8 inmates from the Idaho Correctional Center are filing a lawsuit against the private prison because of the fact that the prison has been finding ways to cut costs. And one way that they do that is they get rid of correctional officers, and instead they work with violent inmates to keep the violence down within the prison.
What?
Yeah. So according to the lawsuit and according to the Department of Corrections in the state, guards routinely looked the other way when gang members violated basic facility rules, negotiated with gang leaders on the cell placement of new inmates, and in one instance may have even helped one group of inmates plan a violent attack on members of a rival gang.
That's fun.
That is straight out of Sons of Anarchy. That's literally what's happening on Sons of Anarchy right now.
Yeah, well, maybe they knew somebody that was doing that in real life.
Yeah, well, that guy, they got out of prison and they killed that guard, so those guards should think about that.
Shush, I haven't seen it yet. Okay, no, but seriously, if you're running a private institution like that and you don't care about the public good and you don't care about the citizens that are in there, whether they've committed a crime or not, they're still citizens of our country and of those states, and your only motivation is profit, it might actually make sense that, hey, look, whoever's strongest in this prison, I make a deal with them. And if they want to, keep the other guys down and that runs things a little smoother for me so I have less costs, it might be rational. And that's why it might not be such a great idea to privatize our prisons.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the number of people that get locked away in these private prisons have exploded. Inmates in Correction Corporation of America's private prisons nationwide are up 50% from 2000 to 2009.
Now that's because they have many more prisons, though, too, right?
It's a combination.
Yeah.
And look, but think about it. Do you really want one of the businesses that's booming in America to be the prison business?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, and in a country where our politicians are so enormously affected by political contributions, this Correctional Corporation of America or whatever, every time I think it's out of a B-rate movie. Like, really, they named it that?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Contributes a lot of money to politicians, to local politicians in particular, to build prisons, and much more important, to give them more prisoners, pass more laws, be tough on crime.
Tough on, which basically means tough on drugs.
Yeah, and so now you can't create more murderers, but it's easy to lock away people for doing something incredibly simple that everybody does. Whether it's, in the old days during Prohibition, it was drinking alcohol. Now it's smoking pot.
Within the next year, successful, popular movie where the bad guys are literally creating more murders, so they get more inmates in their prison.
And at the end of the movie, they wind up in one of their own prisons. Think about it.
We could write it this weekend.
And
it would suck, but so what?